She was our producer, and she ran away to warmer weather. Stephanie Iozzo wanted to leave. She didn't like the cold. Her entire family moved to the south. They're now in Florida, and what do they have to do now? Travel north. Stephanie on the line right now. I feel terrible, Stephanie, what you guys are going through. You literally have to pack everything for mandatory evacuation, right?
Well, yeah. Good morning, first of all.
Good morning.
Good everyone. Morning. Hey, you guys.
Hey, what's up?
How are you? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's not mandatory yet, but I have a feeling that it might be going in that direction.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I am by no means a meteorologist, but let me tell you, this Hurricane Irma is real. It's a
doozy. Yeah, and you're looking at all of the models. I like how they did it. I was watching on the Weather Channel last night, and they take, I don't know, there's like 30 different models out there. Mm-hmm. And every one is pointed directly at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea which direction it's going to go because they have so many different little paths, but I have to say that Florida is prepared, and you can tell that people here in Florida have definitely done this before a time or two.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, they've stocked up on their water, their hurricane kits, their hurricane shutters, and numerous stores yesterday and the day before that, the shelves were empty. Signs everywhere, that they're going to be restocking, and at the gas stations, everyone's filling up. But I know that I'm quite impressed, though. I know that the governor here, Rick Scott, he's issued a state of emergency and has urged residents, to prepare
to get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there you have it. You got a really bad hurricane. Probably, they say, the worst hurricane ever recorded is what they're saying. That is how bad this thing is right now, which is headed towards Puerto Rico.
Well, and they say it's a Category 5, and Hurricane Harvey was a Category 4.
Yeah, well, sustained winds of 185 miles an hour. Manansky.
Hopefully it will weaken. Yeah.
Have you had to board up windows where you are? I mean, is that I don't? You've been gone for a little bit. I mean, do you have a property that you have to protect before you leave?
Yeah, I mean, they have their. Everything is pretty much built hurricane proof, and I think they can, sustain winds up to 130 miles per hour. I'm not really sure of other parts, but I know that you have the shutters, and people are assembling that. And
shutters are. I mean, a lot of people just put plywood over top of the over those windows. I lived through a hurricane, and when I was in Providence, and it was maybe Bob or one of those that came up the coast. But it kind of went out. It went out, and it rained, and there was wind, but nothing really terrible. But in my neighborhood, they put plywood all over the windows and everything. It was kind of interesting to watch. We didn't get hit that badly, though. And that could happen for you guys. They're saying it's possible that the winds will come down. The problem is that the water is so warm right now there.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that contributes, I guess, to the strength of it. Right?
So what have you been doing? I mean, what are you doing? If you have to evacuate, will you be ready? Would you leave today? Have you had to pack? What have you had to do?
Yeah, bags are packed and just going to drive and go on a little vacation, I guess.
Nice. There you go. Coming back up north.
I was going to say, Steph, we'll take you up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's only for a couple weeks.
It's going to be rainy and 60 the next couple days, so come on up.
All right. Well, and what about that humidity? I mean, I know you traded out for you don't like the cold, but you get down there. That humidity is awful in Florida, especially in July and August.
I have to say you feel the humidity, but there is a nice breeze. So for me, it feels good. It's comfortable. But
Steph, that's a hurricane. It's a hurricane.
It's going to be a little more than a nice breeze. 185 mile an hour winds. A little more than a nice breeze. So, and are you taking things in fear of? I mean, have you packed things? Because you're going to be in a car, right? It'll be your whole family. Have you packed certain things? Have you moved things? When we talked to Brad Davies, he said they moved everything. They didn't have a basement. You don't have a basement there, right?
Right.
So they move everything up high. All the pictures, everything goes up, 4 or 5 feet high onto shelving and that sort of thing, so that if it does flood, could you imagine that kind of flooding in your apartment?
No, that would be crazy. But I mean, I'm at a higher elevation too, which is nice, and I don't have to really be too concerned with that. But I think I just pack the essentials that I need, and I'm not concerned about the rest because that's replaceable. Everything else, you know, it comes down to just being safe and finding a safe place to be that's just out of that range. You know?
And I've never been through this, but they say that one of the most difficult things is having gas for the car. You got to make sure you have extra gas. But then beyond that is the traffic when you're trying to leave. So,
you can already see the traffic has already been crazy these past couple days. People have already been leaving. And there's a lot of people that I know that are going to stay and stick it out, and they've just, you know, they stocked up on everything that they've needed. They've prepared their homes to make sure that they're safe. And it was funny, someone yesterday said, Florida is what they say is a special kind of drink. It's a whole lot of sunshine mixed with a little hurricane.
And that leads to a gigantic headache the next morning, just for the record.
Or it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, Stephanie. Well, we'll check back in with you, and maybe even tomorrow if you guys, who knows, you might be traveling tomorrow. You're going to know a lot more today. They say this hurricane would hit Florida somewhere along the line of Saturday into Saturday night. We'll really know for sure what's going to happen. So, all right, best wishes there for you,
thank you.
You and your family, all right?
Oh, thank you. Same to you guys. Nice talking to you.
All right, thanks so much.